Very good morning to you. Let's get into this conversation. Most grade R to grade 7 pupils returned full-time to class today. Most learners have been on a rotation system since July last year. However, some schools across the country will not be able to resume as they do not meet the physical distancing requirements necessary to protect learners and staff. Let's speak now to the South African Democratic Teachers Union's Nomusa Cembi. Ms. Cembi, thank you very much for your time. Let's start with some of these schools that are not going to be opening today as a result of them not being able to meet the requirements of the COVID-19 restrictions or regulations. How many are you aware of these schools around the country where learners effectively cannot return to class?
Good morning and good morning to your viewers. We are aware that there are quite a number of learners or number of schools that cannot meet the requirement of 1 to 1.5 meter apart. We do not have the exact figure at the moment, but it is quite a sizable number. We are aware that in some provinces, such as in the Western Cape, schools who felt that they could not meet that have made an application to be allowed to continue with the rotation. In Western Cape, I think it's close to or slightly above 180 schools that could not meet. We do not have the figure at the moment. Our members are out there on the ground on the first day at school. We are likely to receive reports by the end of the day as to what happened exactly in the schools.
Are you aware, as far as these schools who do not meet the requirements, whether anything is being done to sort that out?
We have asked the department to do something about it. Some provinces have promised to deliver mobile classrooms, but we are not seeing things on the ground because this problem has been persisting for quite some time. We feel it would be too late for schools or for the departments, provincial departments, to start delivering on such things at this hour when schools are already open. We felt that they should have done this earlier on because they were aware that there is a problem with the issue of spacing in our school. And it's not only the classrooms. Once they get those mobile classrooms, they will have to get more teachers, and that takes time to happen. We feel that the department has been dragging its feet, has been very slow in ensuring that things will be fine on the first day of school.
Ms. Cembi, you speak on behalf of a union which represents the majority of teachers in the country. Your assessment thus far in teachers happily returning to class in order to do what they are paid to do, and that is to teach learners?
Yes, our teachers are keen to go back to class to teach learners, and they've been in class for quite some time. It's just that there's been this rotation thing that has been going on. They are keen to go back, and we are happy with the fact that most of them have taken the call to be vaccinated, and most of them have vaccinated, and we feel perhaps that may help in allaying the fears of contracting the COVID-19. However, they are stressed with the fact that their classrooms are still, in the majority of schools, the classrooms are still overcrowded, and we have situations where mostly in the rural provinces, we still do not have those provisions such as enough water, enough sanitation facilities and all that. But they've worked in those circumstances. They will continue to work even though the conditions are not conducive. But they have and they will try to do their best in the prevailing conditions.
Is there resistance from those who are uncomfortable taking the vaccine, but at the same time are saying it's too risky for them to go back to class. Are you finding such cases?
No, we haven't received such cases as a union. We haven't received such direct reports. But we want to stress that, as the President said, that vaccination is not mandatory. They should be aware that it's not mandatory. However, as a union, we would like to see each and every teacher taking the chance to be vaccinated.
How big is the number of those who are vaccine hesitant?
I would say from the figures that we received, more than about 85% of educators have taken the vaccine. So I would not know exactly how many of our SADTU members have taken, but I know that the majority have taken the vaccine.
Yeah. Finally, Ms. Cembi, just going back on the statement you made about the President saying that it is not mandatory for teachers to take the vaccine if they feel that this is not something that they don't want to do. There was the circular last week which caused a lot of confusion. Has that been cleared by the department's Director General?
Yes, the circular did cause a lot of confusion. I think it was the way it was worded. It was meant to just to give information and to give guidelines on how to go about. It has been the department has tried its best to rectify that, and they've apologized. And as such, we are still maintaining. And we have informed our members that really we still believe that, and as the law says, they are not forced to take the vaccine.
What was the confusion about, if you were to just encapsulate it in brief?
I would say it was poorly worded. It was trying to highlight the process that one has got to undertake if the person, if one is not
vaccinated.
Is not vaccinated. That one has a right. It was giving the rights and responsibilities if you do take or if you do not take the vaccine.
Numusa, Cembi, thank you very much for your time. She speaks for the South African Democratic Teachers Union, SADTU.